guys, it's sunny here. So, today I realized that you don't know what kind of horses I have. And if you did check the description of my channel, you'd know that I have two horses called Spicy and Meadow. So, in order to fix that, today you're gonna meet two of my horses and as well a background on me. So yeah, let's not waste time and hop in the video. So, my life doesn't start in the English barn you thought I'd be in. My barn is at a crusty little cramped place that's barely holding it alive. But it was very special to me and I loved it. But you can only ride when you were 7 or take lessons when you were 7. So that was a very big deal for me. I was the kid who just worked. I would always see other people riding and leveling up bonds while I just watched. It was hard times, but at least I got to brush horses. After my 7th birthday, my trainer announced that I could finally start riding lessons. And at that moment, I turned into a crazy person, like no cap. I thought I would get a wild Mustang to train up and have a bond, but my spirit dreams were crushed. Except I got the pony that everyone loved, so I can't make a bond because it's a lesson pony. Of course, I was very mad. I was like, I waited 7 years and what do you give me? A lesson pony. Honestly, I don't blame them because I'm a lesson kid. I need to be on a lesson horse. If not, I'm gonna be like absolutely thrown off and then have a huge confidence knock. But yeah, that's almost all I did for around 2 or 3 years. I was just riding this lesson pony and nothing else. And Zorro didn't like me either, if you couldn't tell. So I rode Zorro for around 3 or 4 years and we were never supposed to be a match. But when I was 13, something like that, I finally got to ride more serious horses. So that made me a very good rider. But there was a problem. I was riding a project horse called 𝘵𝘰𝘱𝘕, and I was coming back from a trail ride that I did with her. Honestly, I was very happy and I didn't think something bad would happen. Until my parents told me that we were moving to another state. So we moved, and when I was 14, I was literally working my butt off because what do you expect? All of the riding stables were super expensive and my parents couldn't afford it. So I had to work to get my riding lessons. But I think it was good at some point because it taught me responsibility and I learned a lot how to take care of a horse, how to brush them correctly, how to not hurt them, how to act around them, whatever the heck. But I had a friend, like just a person that I knew in school, and she had an ear bonnet and a saddle pad in her backpack. And of course, I asked why, and she said that she rides horses. And she told me that she had a stable where people board at, and I was on top of the moon. I told her that I ride horses as well, and I've been riding for around 5 years or 6. So I visited her stables like 2 days after the ear bonnet and saddle pad encounter. And if you couldn't realize, I'm still at those stables. And this was my routine. First is Honey, then it's my friend's horse, a very cute blueberry, Choco or Coco, and then Majestic. I know it's a lot, but after around 2 years of working my butt off, I finally got my first horse. Then I got my first horse at 16 and it was Spicy. I bought her when she was 16, which is a very weird age, okay? Don't ask. I think I just wanted an older horse maybe, I don't know. And I think think you know where her name came from because her name's Spicy. And yeah, I put her in the lesson program like 1 year ago because she was getting too old and she's been an angel. Like, girly pop, where was this when I was inviting you? Like, seriously. Jokes aside, she's still the most beloved hippo you've ever met in your entire life. I do ride her from time to time, but not that much because she's getting exercise and she's getting old. When she was younger, we would do some eventing, not that big, but still, it was a lot to me. Our max jumps was like 1 meter. Now that's not too big, but that's not too small, but for her, it was big. Honestly, her background's not that interesting. She was just a pasture princess, sometimes getting exercised by a kid who didn't know how to ride, and then reality came when the vet bills started to pile up. But still, with her backstory, I love her as much as everyone. So, Spicy is 14 hands. She's a mare, obviously. She is 27 years old, and she is a cob cross, something like that. Anyways, let's move on to the next horse. Alright, so the second horse that I got is Meadow. I bought her when she was just around 4 years old, and now she is 6. She is a rescue horse that I bought when I was 19, and she's been an angel ever since. And she is a very good girl as well, but she is from an auction, so her background is completely unknown, so just know that. I use her mainly for eventing because she is an off-the-track thoroughbred, at least I think. We mainly compete in 1 meter shows. That's not that big, but that's not too small. Just perfect for her. She is one of the best things that I have ever bought. But as right now that I'm filming, she is lame because she always likes to hurt herself in the pasture. And look at this video.
Okay, folks, who'll start me off at $100,000? $100,000 anywhere? 100? Would you bid by 100 anywhere? 100,000? Would you go 100? How about 90,000? 90? Would you bid by 90 anywhere? 90? Would you go 90 anywhere? 90?
Now, I'm gonna divide her life in 3 parts. First, we have the scrawny little thoroughbred out of an auction. Then, we have a desensitizing horse, or aka a horse in progress. And then we have a fit, beautiful, off-the-track thoroughbred pony or horse who is competing full-time. Autumn has changed her mind several million times, and she's a diva for it. She is 16 hands high. She is a mare, obviously. She is 7 or 6, like that-ish, years old, and she is an off-the-track thoroughbred. So anyways, guys, that was all of my horses that I own. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!